Hello, and welcome back as I let the wheels fly off another mission like Dale Earnhardt's car plowing into the wall at Daytona. In Perfidious Speed plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. Old infirmary here, she's back to the gills, and all I have to say is, where's Sterling Marlin when you need him? Or the seatbelt guy, I don't remember what his name was, but I'm pretty sure I remember that his company went bankrupt after NASCAR blamed Dale Sr.'s death on him for installing some kind of like faulty mechanism in the restraint device. Pretty sure that happened. Because, you know, that's the guy to blame for that man being killed. It's the guy who engineered the seatbelt flap. Clearly, he's the one responsible, not the dude behind the wheel who refused to wear a more modern piece of safety gear and then drove his car into a wall going 200 miles an hour. Clearly, seatbelt engineer guy, he's the one at fault. Appropriately assigned responsibility right there in that case. Do we need supplies? We could use them. Destroyed convoy. Actually, do we need supplies? What were we doing? It's been like a day or two since I played XCOM, and really all I'm looking for is just somebody I can assign blame for last mission to.
Closer to a decisive ending, and I welcome your attempts to find me.
Well, that's good, because it won't be long there, ball of derp. And yeah, Pete, I know I made some tactical mistakes last episode that definitely resulted in my entire team being set ablaze and then getting bombed by a gatekeeper. But you know what? I'm pretty sure that ultimately, somehow, it was still someone else's fault. Like, I'm holy and blameless in this scenario. You can't pin that on me. I just gotta figure out who it is I'm supposed to blame. That's what I'm doing here. Just shift and blame. It's all about the blame shifting.
In such havens are doomed.
Doomed, I say, doomed! You couldn't come up with something a little more, I don't know, a little more intimidating? You got very kind of cartoon, cliche villain sort of thing working there.
To try and recapture you, Commander, and are spreading terror throughout the Resistance as they go. We'll need to pay close attention to each one as they gain more information about our plans.
I'm already working on killing the Warlock. He's next on my list there, Bradford. Dr. Tigan, you figured out how to make an ultrasonic lure, which I have to say, I don't really care about. We just need, like, anything we can do to keep you busy until we can build a shadow chamber. That's really all we're looking for here. It's just some busy work for Dr. Tigan. I don't know. Like,
presumably, the name
dissect a chrysalid, I guess.
Derives from assumptions made previously about the creature's unusual means of reproduction.
You want to talk about unusual means of reproduction, Dr. Tigan? Come on, bro. This is a real pot calling the kettle black kind of situation here.
Recent reports seem to indicate a new, equally disturbing means of propagating their species.
Pot, kettle. Mm-hmm. Back to scanning now.
Chosen, known as the assassin.
You say what now? I'm sorry, what was that about Ball of Derp, who every time we've met her, we've just carved ridiculously?
Through, Commander. Putting it on screen now.
Leading the Resistance is a daunting task, Commander.
It's not that daunting, actually, because there's really no repercussions for failure, Optimus Prime. Daunting tasks usually have crippling repercussions, like, say, you're designing a seatbelt flap to keep a race car driver from dying if he hits a wall going really, really fast. And then you fuck it up. Well, see, that's a daunting task, but this one, you know, what's at stake here, Optimus Prime? Just the fate of all humankind. So if I drop the ball and humanity gets exterminated, you know, no big deal. So you teleport after taking damage. That's kind of bad, because that means we just can't surround you with blade stormers and completely gank you anymore. I dislike that. Chosen's more likely to capture soldiers in combat. We'll see about that. Mon Baladur there, the old Grimstalker's in the dirt, so we don't have to worry about him. Alien facility construction is imminent, which is going to start the Doom counter. We don't care about this. Spider and Fly, I mean, we'll probably stop that one. Whatever the hidden event is, I'm not really going to worry about it. We did pick up a couple skirmisher slots here, so let's put private channel. Trial by fire, double the ability points. Yeah, that's good. Machine learning. All of our wild card ones are Templar abilities here. So let's double the ability points gained in combat. Let's make sure we keep soldiers' EXP increased by 20%. Let's hang on to Art of War because it's amazing. Machine learning because it's also really good. Any of this other stuff we want? Resistance supply drops collected instantly. New recruits cost only 15 supplies. Enemies drop additional loot, don't care. Black market is cheaper, we don't buy stuff. Armor research increased by 15%, or all of these suck. Oh. I don't know, I guess black market stuff being slightly cheaper will help us. Occasionally we buy like a PCS module, so there's that. Research, you know, resistance supply drops getting picked up instantly is not terrible, but extra research is probably better. You know what? Hidden reserves. Let's go with that. We could actually put that power to use right now. There's our supply drop, which we are going to ignore for the moment. Do we have a chosen stronghold revealed? We do not have a chosen stronghold revealed. Do we have anything better to do with our time? Pete, you're playing XCOM on a Sunday afternoon. You clearly don't have anything better to do with your time. Yeah, well, you're not wrong, but I did just finish working like 3 hours on a Sunday, so... Am I salty about that? Yeah, I am. More salty than the seatbelt guy was when he got blamed for Dale Earnhardt's death and they drove his company into Chapter 11. Our alien machinery is cleared. That's fantastic. So we can't build the shadow chamber because we don't have enough power. But if I recall, we're building a power relay. It's going to be done in 2 days. So 2 days from now, we swing over into the old shadow chamber. Let's go ahead and get somebody just started on this. Heinrich Schneider, we can put you there. Guzman, grab a shovel. You guys can get to working. Might as well assign somebody to the power relay because we do have an idle engineer now doing nothing. This will save us all of 1 day. Fantastic. Anything else we need? We could use some more resistance contacts, so maybe upgrading here would not be terrible. We could also, you know, that's fine.
Resistance communications facility upgrade.
Doesn't take any more power or anything, so we've still got a little extra. We're going to have plenty of power after this relay comes in. And then I guess in our last slot here, we'll put in our defense matrix. It's possible we may have to do another Avenger defense. On our last one, I really would have been more comfortable if we had had those turrets online. Who's not going to be more comfortable with turrets? I think ever since Aliens introduced the idea of the automated sentry turret, thank you, by the way, James Cameron. But since that day, I think we've all been a little more at ease knowing that a good, solid, automated turret is on duty.
Not enough to overcome my doubts as to whether or not it was really a wise decision for our troops to bring this particular specimen on board the ship.
You know, well, it won't make us immune to explosions. I was thinking about the environmental, like the hazmat suits, as being something that it might not be terrifically bad for us to research, but it doesn't protect us from explosions, and at this point, that's primarily what we're worried about.
Referred to by our troops in the field simply as a Spectre.
Well, I mean, you call him Spectre. I call him Daniel Craig.
Means this being is able to shift forms.
We've got a relationship, Daniel Craig and I, close personal friends. We both went to the same prep school.
An insect swarm. However, those theories have proven false.
Got up to spirited shenanigans on weekends after the rugby game was over. Daniel Craig and I head down to the pub. Inseparable chums, really.
Power relay now operational.
Excellent. We could just leave the engineer. You know what? That's fine, actually. Monique, I don't think we have anything else for you to do, so why don't you just go ahead and hang out here and increase our power to utterly absurd levels. And with that finished, Shadow Chamber, go build.
Shadow Chamber construction initiated.
And we're going to have, like, a superfundity of power, because we're going to have way more than we need. What else are we going to do with those engineers, though? I guess it's best to give them a job. Just try and keep them busy. Idle hands are the devil's plaything, or alternatively, a terrible movie starring the guy who plays Foggy Nelson in Daredevil and...
Did you expect that I would be fearful at the news of your discovery?
No, I didn't expect you to be fearful, but don't really care either, Warlock. Also, Seth Green was in Idle Hands. Was that also Jessica Alba? Maybe was in Idle Hands, too? Pretty sure Jessica Alba was also in that. So, all things considered, you know, fucking all-star cast, really. Proving Ground has no current projects. Let's give you guys... Make me more experimental ammo, because there's nothing else I can do with any of this stuff. I guess we'll keep a few of these Elerium cores on the back burner just in case we want to revitalize a soldier. More AP rounds is extraordinarily useful for us, though, because we have no way to shred armor. If you can't shred it, ignore it. Additional supplies in a few weeks. So there's our supply drop finished. And I guess we'll go back to making contact then. What were we doing? We've got our safety valve open. Black market. We don't care about supplies from a destroyed convoy. We have more supplies now than we're likely to ever spend for the rest of the campaign. New Chile. How much intel? We have 603 intel? Where did we get all that intel?
Commander, we've utilized all of our available communications capacity. We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade our system.
If only we could build... Oh, no, never mind, Lily. The problem's already solved. We can just go down to the old Resistance comms thing and build a few more. Nothing to worry about.
Commander, there were a few wounded during the latest covert action.
Congratulations, Jim Morrison.
Rest, everyone will be ready to get back out there.
How many days is a few days, Bradford? Because I want to go hit the Warlock before he gets any stronger.
Found a way into the chosen stronghold, Commander. Our troops are ready to deploy. We should launch a strike as soon as possible.
Let's launch a strike as soon as Jim Morrison gets out of the hospital. What do you say?
Should you wish to pursue them.
Who has counter-chosen activity? I don't care about them lowering region income. We already have more money than we'll ever use. I do like gaining ability points. Does any of these have a promotion? New facility lead has a promotion. It also... it takes a little while, though. 7 days. Any other promotions? It's the only promotion. What's our new resistance orders? The new resistance order is very good. 20% faster will recovery. That's noble cause is excellent. I gotta go with the promotion, though. And the facility lead is potentially also useful for us. So what do we require here? We need 2 sergeants. Any 2 sergeants. Well, then this is an easy one. Let's grab old Storm Montgomery and Philip Macedon and just send them on their way. Phil, Dr. Montgomery, see you guys later. Have fun. Enjoy Australia. You know, maybe stop by the Sydney Opera House. Run down to Melbourne, take a tour of the Foster's factory. I mean, it's Australian for beer, after all. How long has Jim Morrison got to recover from his wounds? I really would like to go and exterminate the Warlock today. That's what I would very much like to do. Jimmy boy, you're down for 2 days for the Lizard King. You know what, Lizard King? We got 2 days. We can give you 2 days. Also, do we have anybody who has any negative effects? I'm probably giving you guys seizures flipping back and forth to the overland map. You know Nick Rivers here? Let's go ahead and get that started. More Seizure XCOM, starring Perfidious Beat.
Attempting to establish local regional contact.
This is intel on a landed hunter UFO. We can't pass up this opportunity to raid it for alien technologies and supplies. I mean, we definitely could pass it up because we don't really need the supplies. But we haven't done a UFO assault in so long. I don't think we did one in our entire last campaign, and possibly I don't think we did one in a campaign before that. It'll be nice to be on this tile set of maps. It's been a good long while since we've had a go at it. We're going to go in with, you know, not a garbage water team, because I don't like to call my own troopers garbage. It's bad for morale, even though oftentimes they're garbage. I want to try and keep a top quality team here for hunting the Chosen. So that's going to be Iceman and the Lizard King for sure. Batman and Simon Magus. Chris, who's your boy here? John, you and Doc Holliday. You know what? Yeah, it's a pretty solid little team. So Chris Gutshot Shaherless, you're available then. Robbie the Janitor Gallagher would also then be available. Let's grab the janitor. Mr. Clean, they like to call him. Mad Mardigan. Yeah, we'll grab Mad Mardigan. Give me old Gert Rafto as well. He's a latecomer, a little bit of a Johnny-come-lately, but he's also been pretty solid. And then probably just the Ghost and the Blind Man. Doesn't have quite the same ring to it as the Ghost in the Darkness, but it does have a ring. Shaherless, you're a great shot. We're going to give you those armor-piercing rounds. Gallagher. Grab that old Mimic Beacon there. Our cleanup boy. Mad Mardigan, what do we want to give you? Pretty unlikely you're going to be doing a lot of shooting. Let's give you the Skulljack. Mad Mardigan, I think, may be the only person to ever Skulljack someone and not take damage while doing it. Gert Rafto. I don't remember if you... Do you have pistol abilities or not, Gert? Mr. Snowman. Mr. Serial Killer. Hunter. I don't actually remember what it was Gert Rafto specifically did in that movie. You can stand in an explosion. That's what you can do. That's actually really good. Okay, so you are going to be not shooting at anything. Let's give you a med kit. And if we need somebody to stand in an explosion, we finally have one. Patterson, I think we're going to give you probably our other mimic beacon. And then No Eyes Adamson, you got to be my eyes, No Eyes. You got to use that echolocative ability of yours to seek out and destroy the enemies from afar. Walk around making like a clicking sound with your tongue or something. It's a remarkable ability. You're my daredevil. Speaking of which, next time you're on set, maybe filming a season with the kid who was in Idle Hands, Eldon Henson, I believe is that actor's name. Do me a favor and just give him a good hard smack in the face. Idle Hands was a terrible film. But Eldon Henson was actually better in Idle Hands than he has ever been as Foggy Nelson in any episode of Daredevil. I like the Netflix Daredevil. I think it's a pretty solid TV show, but I also have to say that every time Eldon Henson or the redheaded gal who plays their secretary, I don't remember what her character's name is because honestly she's not interesting enough to bother remembering. Neither is Eldon Henson's character either. They both suck. Anytime they're on the camera or the story focuses on them at all, I would really just rather watch someone chew on the scenery. They could just have, like, Rosario Dawson come in and start gnawing on the arm of it, like, just gnaw on the edge of a desk. I'd rather watch that. Rosario Dawson has talent. She'd bring that desk gnawing to the next level. Take your time, boys. Those steroids aren't going to inject themselves. Go ahead. I recommend getting it right in the old meat of the thigh there. Good blood circulation, but also solid muscle density, so it's going to help absorb and disperse those chemicals to the places they need to be. Yeah, we're just going to storm in here and absolutely annihilate everybody, though, Bradford. Like, this is going to be a real kind of Little Shop of Horrors scenario. We're giving them the old Audrey, too, here. Speaking of which, Virgil No Eyes Adamson, come in here and be my eyes. You know what? Let's get aggressive with this first move. I was thinking about throwing a mimic beacon. Let's not.
Their march continues.
We can move in on these guys a little bit before we have to bother with that. No Eyes, you got eyes on those guys? Good enough. You can tell us where they are so we don't have to worry about getting discovered. Patterson, let's get you up here behind this gravestone. Chris Shaherlis. There's another guy over there, so I don't really want to take Mad Mardigan in that deep. I don't want to risk tripping them. I wouldn't mind tripping him from a combat since, you know, knock them down, get your enemy prone, they're easier to hit and, you know, can't really fight back as well. Knocking them prone is usually useful, but I don't want to trip these enemies when we're not ready. Come this way, though. Wrong way, jerks. So if we run over here and murder these guys, are we going to activate this pod? Almost certainly. Might still be worth it, because maybe we just don't care. Where's my boy Mad Mardigan? The great one? So if we send Mad Mardigan in, we hit this guy, he bladestorms this guy, we maybe hit this guy as well when he scampers. Probably get one kill and have one man grievously injured. I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. Let's do it.
I strike for my people.
It's Mad Mardigan! We're doomed! The great one. He's the greatest swordsman who ever lived. Give us a little bonus rend damage off that hit so we can get extra damage when we do our... Nope. Alright. Hoping for a little extra damage on the blade storms. Didn't get it. This guy should be dead, though. Cut down in his prime. Tragic loss for the Advent world. That guy had kids. You're going to stay alive with 3 health. Mad Mardigan's still doing some solid work for us. And, okay. Here come the rest of them. The overwatching robots are really starting to tick me off, though. So, Mardigan, you're definitely just going to parry here. Does anybody, by chance, have Shadow Step? We do have some units who... You have... Gert Rafto has Shadow Step. Can Gert Rafto get over there and do anything about that robot, though? Well, the answer is yes, because we can take Gert Rafto and move him to here. He won't trigger that, and then we can have him give him the old Mars Volta. You cannot give the old robot the Mars Volta, though. I'm surprisingly disappointed. God damn it, Rafto. You can shoot him, but you can't hit him with the Mars Volta. Are robots immune to them? They must be immune to them. How did I not notice that? Good enough, Rafto. How have I never noticed, though, that makes them... robots are immune to the old Mars Volta? Huh. Well, Patterson, we got work to do. Get in here and start carving shit up. We really just need an abundance of targets so that everybody's parrying at the end of the turn. That's ultimately probably our only goal, is just to make sure everybody is in parry mode. Chris gut shot Shaherless. You got any shots, gut shot? I mean, it's a shot. Not a good one. You can't quite make it to that guy. You could come over here and hit this man. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket. Let's go ahead and scatter things around a little bit. I'm relatively comfortable with not killing anyone and just doing a bunch of damage. As long as everybody's parrying at the end of this, we'll be in good shape. Several of these guys are all melee anyway. So anybody with Blade Storm, this guy over here on the right is probably just going to come and attack Mad Mardigan, and when he does, Mad Mardigan's going to gun him down. Gallagher, you could come up here and hit this guy. I don't know how useful that is. We have no one else who could put any damage on the robot. Actually, Adamson can't really do anything here. Can he rend anybody? Adamson cannot get into a position to rend. Who can you give a bonus action to? You know what? This is worthwhile. Do that. Bonus action there. Then we'll kill the robot. And that just leaves us with 2 stun lancers and a purifier. And suddenly, I'm vastly less concerned with what's going on here. Not really sure how that qualifies as an ambush kill either. And now we've got our guys separated. We got this guy covered from opposite directions, so we have no need to worry about him being able to hit multiple people with the same flamethrower shot. He can get one, but he can't get us both. We're never going to have a position where 2 people are in the same arc. No eyes, we're going to slip you around here. And we should be fine. You're going to get cut down in the prime of your life. Don't come near Mad Mardigan. He's the greatest swordsman who ever lived. You come gunning for Mad Mardigan, you're going down in a heap. This guy's going to come gunning for Mad Mardigan. He's also going down in a heap. You don't mess with Mad Mardigan. He killed him so hard he flew off the planet.
Menace 1-5, we just picked up an outbound signal.
Mad Mardigan ejected him into space.
Some kind of distress beacon. You need to get inside that ship and shut down the signal before they send their whole fleet after us.
Yeah, okay, don't worry. I mean, I got it. So we're going to come over here. We do have a purifier. This purifier is a little bit of a problem. We're going to have Gallagher just shoot him in the spine. Fantastic shot. That's, like, super good work. Even the game was confused. It had to stop for a minute. It's like, the fuck? How did I miss that? Well then, Patterson, I suppose you should be able to finish this man off. In theory. That'll do. Gutshot, let's take you up here to the door then. Gutshot's got pretty good amounts of focus here. So we can run in with a little ionic storm and get, bring the house down. Mad Mardigan, I wish you had a little more focus. You've killed 3 people. How do you only have 1 focus? I know we don't necessarily generate focus on our Blade Storm attacks, but we do have the channel ability that's supposed to help us get additional focus. It's just, I guess, we've been getting bad randoms. Bad randoms, the story of Perfidious Pete's PUBG play. No, I don't really need to call the Sky Ranger. Let's get everybody into position here. We've got 6 turns before the beacon fires. I want to be set up for like a good solid door kick. We storm in, guns blazing, John Woo two-fisting it.
any disturbance.
Need a pistol in each hand, though, if you guys are going to go full John Woo. You guys ever wonder if John Woo didn't ever think about having his name, like, changed so that it wasn't pronounced John Woo, but was instead pronounced John Woo, like Ric Flair? You ever think he got, like, Ric Flair with it? If your last name is Woo, you mean you kind of want to, right? Well, we've got some opportunities to do some pretty solid work here. So, where's my boy Mad Mardigan? The great one. So if we bring Mad Mardigan in here, hit this person, I'd really love to be able to... I want to be able to blade storm these codexes when they try to move or do anything. I wonder if the Ren damage will cause them to clone. I guess it does. You have cloned in a very inconvenient spot. That was the Al Gore clone right there. An inconvenient spot. Gallagher, can you come over here and finish this chick off? Yeah, do that then. Just one codex goes down. As long as everybody's parrying at the end of this, I'm not going to worry about the Archon. This, again, we can do a let him come to us kind of wait-and-see strategy. Robbie Gallagher picking up some bonus focus. We could also go for a big old Ionic Storm. Rafto. This is a kill for Rafto. More damage on the other codex. I don't think they can clone twice in the same turn. Speaking of bonus focus, there we finally got our channel ability to trigger. Never mind, they can. We'll go parry mode here. Can somebody get over here? This one? Yeah, you got this? Okay. This does spread the team out a little bit, but this is more focus for John Patterson. And I haven't thought of this before, but now that I'm considering it, splitting codexes is a great way to farm focus. Granted, it's annoying because you're doubling the number of enemies on the field, but it also does just to give you the opportunity to get some extra focus because it makes like a bunch of really easy kills. So have you come over here and murder. Shaherless is going to have full focus at the end of this. Beautific. And that just leaves Virgil No Eyes Adamson here. I guess we'll just go take a poke at the old Archon. Oh, no, never mind. There's another codex over here. Better parry up then. Virgil, we'll have you come and poke this gal through the window. Give her the old Melissa Etheridge treatment. Be like, hey, come to my window. And then when she does, bam, stab her in the face. That's the part of that Melissa Etheridge song that Melissa Etheridge always overlooks. She never mentions the part where, you know, there's face shooting that happens. You're going with Blazing Pinions. Hadn't considered this, but that's actually fairly problematic for us because with our all melee team, we're not going to be able to hit you up there. Snowman, come in here and turn this off. I don't know if those will fall through the roof of the spaceship, though. Now I'm kind of curious about this. Sure, we can reduce... I mean, why not? Reduce our time on our current... He's almost done... Kurt, Rafto Snowman almost unlocked the secret. He got the job done, but very close to getting a little bit of a bonus for it. So you are not in the Blazing Pinions. Patterson, you got... Just here. Give him the old Mars Volta. We're going to have a tough time hitting this guy with pistol shots up in the air. We're going to have very low hit percentages, but hey, fortunately we have attacks that don't require hit rolls. Just gut shot, Shaherless. What do you got? Does Amplify end our turn? Let's test... Okay, so let's test something here. It doesn't say that Amplify ends our turn, and since it's a mark, I actually don't think it will end our turn. So if we Amplify you... We can amplify you and then shoot you twice. Cool. Alright, the amplify ability I actually don't necessarily hate. That's solidly useful. It does take one focus, but one focus is not the end of the world. We got 6 damage on that one, and that was after he dodged. Verge, you want to come out here and clean this up? Give him the old, just give him the Mars Volta. I can't, I know... You're the greatest blind pistolier who ever lived, but there's no reason to take a chance on this one. Still have more enemies lurking somewhere. Let's be careful to not spawn them, because we're fairly deep in the turn. None of those would have gotten to us, even if we had just stayed put. And there's our gatekeeper. So we need Gutshot Shahurless in here to be the one to deliver the killing blow to that gatekeeper, so that when it explodes, it doesn't harm us. We also have 2 Spectres in here, which is a fairly challenging pot. Whiff from the old janitor there. Yeah, bring the other Spectre in, though. Come on. Daniel Craig's always late. He was tardy from class, got sent to the headmaster's office so many times back in boarding school for being late to class. You wouldn't believe it. Gallagher. Yeah, it's a little pistolier shot here. Yeah, but it ain't good. Can we move you, give you a decent shot at somebody, and then have you random? Yes, we can. So let's bring Gallagher around the corner. Lighting hands this man, shoot him in the back. Spine, heart, face. He turned to face us, and now we're going to rend him. And we should be able to arc wave this into the gatekeeper. Yep. Perfectly executed. And when I say executed, I mean that in the literal sense of the word, and that you did execute that man, and you did it flawlessly. Snowman, you can't take a shot and also attack. But you do have Fortress, so if anybody's going to go stand next to a gatekeeper, like, you're that somebody. I kind of want a Mimic Beacon deployed this turn, though, so that... I don't think we're going to be able to kill that gatekeeper. Not in one go. Although, we could... We could hit him with an Ionic Storm. It's pretty solid damage. This would also be outside the explosion radius. Actually, I want to be where you are. I want to wake up where you are. I also want to be Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls. When I say I want to wake up where you are, Johnny Resnick knows what I'm talking about. +1 focus from Mad Mardigan. That's not really going to matter at all. We need somebody else to come in here and take a poke at this. Yeah, the Spectre's got to go. Patterson, you can get there and give him the old Ren 2C. That's my boy. Go get him. And now we got to try and detonate the gatekeeper. Hey, a promotion for John Patterson. He's finally made it to Major. It's about time. Everybody's on parry. So, Snowman, we're going to bring you... This is enough tiles of space to not explode our own man, correct? Yes. Okay. So we should be able to come over here, rend you. Oh, you know what? Problem solved. This man is stunned. We are golden. Go into parry. Then we have Shahurless come in here, drop the Ionic Storm. We should be able to get in this tile. It's going to be perfect. We're not going to get a kill out of this. We're just going to burn some focus, but that's fine. Summon the lightning. Are you Chris Shahurless, god of hammers? No, he appears to be some manner of thunder god. And then we should be able to pistol you down with old No Eyes. No Eyes? Don't even bother with the pistol. Just hit him with the Mars Volta. We can finish him off with the Volt. You're done. And our boy, who's immune to explosions, stands in the fire. Take that, Garth Brooks. This mission was not something that was merely survived. Standing outside the fire. I stood inside the fire, Garth Brooks. I braved the heat. I secured this disabled UFO for literally no purpose. Other than to, you know, stick it to Garth Brooks. Take that, Garth. Negated your entire worldview. Most Under Fire was a blank because we never got attacked. That's actually pretty amazing. I love it when missions come. I love it when they come together like this. We've been having some trouble with exploding boys, but there were some exploding boys on this mission, and we dealt with them without a problem. Mad Mardigan pulling that mad promotion. You're going to definitely take Ionic Storm, Mad Mardigan. And you still have 25 ability points to do so. That's a lot. Well, let's give you Quick Draw. So Mad Mardigan could Quick Draw, Rend a Dude, then also Blade Storm. That's pretty amazing. We might consider giving somebody Reaper. I just don't feel like ultimately Reaper is going to be especially useful for it. Void Conduit is kind of shit. We have 11 action points and really nothing to do with them. I'm not interested in Stun Strike. I was reasonably impressed with the way Amplify worked out. Maybe we just let Mad Mardigan idle on these ability points for now. You're definitely just going to take Arc Wave. Anything else? You know, Ghost Patterson, you got the makings of a decent little pistolero here. Let's give you Quick Straw. You know what? I'm going to give you Quick Straw and Lightning Hands. You have all the pistol abilities. Quick Straw, Lightning Hands, ultimately potentially Face Off. Virgil No Eyes Adamson. Blade Storm? Don't mind if I do. So it's going to be Arc Wave, Blade Storm. He's the greatest swordsman who has ever been blinded. Wait, we can't have two of the greatest swordsmen who ever lived. Mad Mardigan is the greatest swordsman who ever lived. Virgil No Eyes Adamson is the greatest blind swordsman who ever lived. We need these two to face off against each other. Possibly swapping faces, again, John Woo style, in a John Woo style face-off. I mean, we need more boat chase, though. If we're going to do a John Woo style face-off, hell yeah, bond those soldiers. The Sandman. Great One and Snowman. The Sandman. Sure. I love the fact that they're, despite both being excellent swordsmen, are in a picture posed holding a pistol, classic cup and ball style. That's 100% perfectly appropriate. Next on the menu, I guess we'll go kill the Warlock, but that's going to have to happen next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a Bradford outro interruption in there.
One of their planets.
Well, I mean, if you're really looking to do that, Bradford, you could always go hit Pavonis Interactive's Kickstarter for Terra Invicta or whatever it's going to be. A game that I'm certain will be ridiculously terrible and probably you're flushing your Kickstarter money down the way because I doubt it ever sees light of day. But if you're really interested in doing that, Bradford, you know the website, go check it out. Me? Not a chance. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to listen to me fire shots at Pavonis on a regular basis, I will, because fuck you, Long War 2 sucked. Right now, however, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.